think, okay, are there any questions? I think there are some people who've raised their hands, and I just want to also read a comment that was shared earlier by Mr. Pranab Basu. Dr. Alka Ganesh, wonderful, unique presentation, especially your smiling face inspires the elderly to live well. I'm 76, and so your speech is beyond any appreciation.
Oh, thank you so much. And Mrs. Who has said that, would you like to give some comment about your experience? Anybody?
Yeah.
You might just tell me anything, and it's not me who's going to answer. It's somebody else in the group. For example, while you're thinking about the question, I would like to know amla.
Yeah.
Can somebody tell me a nice recipe for amla?
I think there is one by Mrs. Jacob Samuel from Dr. Remove seed from amla, mix it with coconut flakes and crush it to make
she said it.
Tasty chutney. Yeah, I'll save it for you. That one.
Okay. What did you say again?
Remove seed from amla, mix it with coconut flakes and crush it to make tasty chutney. That's from Mr. Jacob Samuel.
Okay, very good. And somebody has said here, grapes and bananas not good for diabetes. Yes, certainly they're not good for diabetes. That's what I said, because of those are some of the challenges. So for a healthy person who's not diabetic, we say 3 portions of fruits and vegetables. For a diabetic, we have to say 1 portion, because they do contain their own sugar. So we have to accommodate for diseases. Sure.
There are some people with their hands raised also.
Just on that question.
Yeah, Reverend Samuel, go ahead.
Yes. Madam, doctor, it is very good information that I received so late in the age of 70. I'm 70 years old. But someone has to be taught before reach 40. Now that 30 years that after that I got all this information.
It's never too late, Reverend Samuel. But you're absolutely right. And as I mentioned, from the age of 30, it's not just old people who have to eat well. It's the younger people also have to start. You're absolutely right. Yes.
That's correct. That's how to measure that portions in our diet. It's 24 grams of carbohydrates, 1.5 potassium. How to measure in our daily food?
No, it's not possible for you to measure it. These are just science data which is put there. What we as lay people can do is look at the food guide pyramid. So if you follow that, they're just rough proportions. And throughout we have been living, as you said, for 70 years, we have been living with a certain type of diet. We just need to tweak that. So what we're saying is, don't eat too much of non-vegetarian food. Eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. You have to eat more of the cereals, but try not to use the refined. You can use whole grain and drink water. So that's just to tell you, probably I should not have put that on the thing, on that. That's more for a science talk. So yeah, you can't measure it. The dietitians can.
Yeah, okay. I think Joel, yeah, please go ahead. Please unmute yourself, Joel. And you're on mute.
Yeah, now we can.
Welcome. Congratulations to you for the wonderful talk. I have heard. I'm an environmentalist and my age is 67. Will you please guide us as far as the morning breakfast is concerned? What should be the healthy breakfast, right? And what should be the quantity, and which kind of breakfast we can take so that it will be having effect throughout the day? Kindly guide us.
Breakfast. And I wonder why you want to know only about breakfast. Why not?
No, because rest of the things you have already covered it. Therefore, I'm asking regarding breakfast.
Actually, what I did was I just mentioned all the foods.
Yeah, that's right.
It depends on the individual person which food.
Now, another important thing is my question is
at lunch.
Madam, my question is, so many people, they prefer intermittent fasting. It means that you eat your lunch around 12 o'clock, and then straightway in the night you can take your dinner, and then after taking dinner you take your lunch exactly at 12 o'clock. So your stomach should be empty between 8 o'clock in the night to 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes. So you brought up a very important thing of intermittent fasting. Now, intermittent fasting has been shown in the scientific literature also to be very, very good. But our Ayurvedic people already discovered it many years ago. But now the modern science has also discovered that if you don't eat for 16 hours, what happens is your liver stores of all the nutrients, they go down. And when you continue to fast and you're exercising in the morning, you are burning up your excess fat. You are mobilizing the excess fat and some protein as well. So intermittent fasting has really caught on as a diet, but in elderly, it has not been studied so much. So elderly people, especially when they have diseases like diabetes and hypertension, and most people have them, it may not be very safe. But I can say that under doctor supervision, you can do it. But if you're on a lot of medications for diabetes, you must not do intermittent fasting. But if you're doing intermittent fasting, it has been found to be very good. So you can eat any of the foods that you wish during that 8-hour window, whenever you wish. There is nothing to say that you cannot eat this first and you must eat that second. And you see, in our own country,
My simple question is, should I observe intermittent fasting or not?
This age.
At this particular age. I'm talking from
you have
Canada.
diabetes and hypertension.
No, I don't have no diabetes, no hypertension.
You've checked it. Have you had
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yes.
If you don't have it, you can try it. But I'm not saying that it will suit you. I know many older people your age. I'm also 74. I am trying intermittent fasting, but I don't have the discipline to do it. And nothing's ever happened on the days that I did it. So there is no harm. But if you do have any of these diseases, then you must not do it. So please try it. If you feel
I'm
all
not-
right. Yeah.
By the grace of God, I don't have any hypertension or diabetes. Nothing.
Okay. I think we need to move
Yeah,
on and give
I
others
can
an opportunity.
tell you one thing, that my weight is a little bit higher, right? Obesity is there, and moreover, I'm trying to do certain exercises also, right, in the morning.
Okay.
So,
You're on
thank
the
you very
right path.
Yeah. I
Right
think.
path.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Thank you. I think we'll just give Manju a chance quickly. But before that, I think there are people who have asked on the chat. Vijay Kumar is asking, is it good to follow LCHF diet?
I don't know what that is. Can you?
Okay. Vijay, you need to put are you there?
What is
Okay.
LCHF?
Okay. Maybe we'll put a full form later. Jitin is asking, should we all be ready to accept the concept of living in the old age homes in a positive way, with dependent population increasing every decade?
It's up to you. I mean, if you cannot, I mean, again, this is your own wish and desire. If you ask one person, they will say, I will never go into an old age home. And another person will say, I will go in because I like living with so many people. It's an individual thing. But when a person is very disabled and cannot be looked after in the home, that at that point, they will have to accept it, even if they don't wish it. But otherwise, there are many retirement homes, like in Coimbatore, we have many retirement homes where healthy people are going in. But those retirement homes, because they have don't have to do housework and they have common dining room, etc., they don't have to shop, etc. So it's more for convenience. But I don't think we have to do that. If you can live in your own home, and many people prefer that, that's quite all right. But then you must have support services to help you. And that is what our country must move towards. If you live in your own home, there's great benefits from that, because privacy is something you do not get in old age homes. It becomes an institution. So I'm not trying to say that you can't have old age homes, but I would like all of you to read a book, since you've asked this question, called On Being Mortal or Mortality or something like that, by Atul Gawande, where he describes what happens in nursing homes. Nursing homes in America are known as old age homes. And he says, these homes tend to become like institutions. and many people would rebel against it. So there's no clear answer to what you say. If you really need it because of your dependency, then you must be ready to move. But if you can manage at home, you should manage it.
Thank you. Manju, please go ahead. Unmute yourself and ask your question. Unmute yourself. You're on mute, Manju. Can't hear you. Unmute yourself, please. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I think she's taking time. We'll just go ahead. I think Dr. Revati has suggested dried sweetened amla is available for you, Dr. Alga. Yeah, Manju, go ahead, please. No, we can't hear you.
You're muted.
No, your audio is not good, Manju. Audio. Try to disconnect and reconnect first, or if there's somebody to help you out with the audio. Audio is very low. Or you could put your question on the chat. You type and put it on the chat. Okay. Okay.
Manju has unmuted herself. Right now, she has unmuted herself.
No, but we can't hear her still.
You can't hear.
Yeah. Okay, there's another thing. Vijay Kumar is asking those whose doctors done graduate. No, okay, sorry, that's just about clinical yoga. I think he's asking.
There's one person said, Vijay Hebel, I have a sweet tooth at 65. I'm not diabetic. Should I avoid sweets? Definitely not. You should not avoid sweets. I mean, sweets makes life sweeter, but in moderation. So negotiate with yourself and say, you know, motichur laddu, something that I love. And if you love that or any other sweet, negotiate with yourself and say, I will eat one twice a week. And then I'm not having an ice cream. So, you know, keep it in moderation. Keep it.
Correct. Dr. Revati is asking, does BMR also reduce as aging?
Yes. BMR also reduces. You're absolutely right. And so whatever you eat just gets added on because we are unable to burn as much of the calories that we put in. So it all gets deposited. So both the lack of exercise and the lowered BMR will make us make older people more overweight. You're right.
What does BMR stand for?
It's the basal metabolic rate, which is the expenditure, the calorie expenditure of the human body just to be in, like a car is in neutral. It's still using petrol, but it is not moving. So when we are not moving and we're sleeping, we are still, energy is being used by our body, and that energy expenditure comes down when we age.
Okay.
Okay.
So, doctor, one banana a day. I'm diabetic and a little bit of hypertension. One banana a day, is that okay?
Oh, yes. Every person, whether they are diabetic or not, must take at least one fruit because you know, even though it's got sugar in it, it's got antioxidants, it's got minerals. So you don't have to have just banana. You can change. Next day you can have an orange. And people say, oh, this grapes has got so much of sugar. Well, you know, limit it.
Like say about 10 grapes a day will not do harm, no?
I can't tell you the exact amount, but yes, a limited amount, yeah. And it helps you. Remember, it lifts your spirits to eat something really nice.
And for a diabetic person, sugars like taking a sweet, like a laddu or a jamun, is that okay?
It's not okay. But as I said, if you take it once in a week, it's all right. But I think the way to go is to stop sugars in your daily tea, beverages, sweetened foods. You know, they all add up a lot. So if you can get over that, I mean, it took me 6 months to get over from my nice sweet tea to drink black tea. It took me 6 months, but now I hate sweetened tea. So it's a question of, you know, disciplining yourself, knowing that that's your goal. And then I never eat ice cream. But, you know, we all have weaknesses. I like motichur laddu. So, you know, so it's a balance. The balance.
Okay. Yeah. Manju, how's your audio now?
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
I give you one amla's recipe. That is, you steam the amla and put in honey and keep it in your table, dining table. Daily one amla you can eat. That is very nice for the body.
And how about adding a little bit of ginger, maybe?
Ginger, you can put ginger, whatever you like with it, but amla steamed first and
Put into a little bit of honey.
Put
Yeah,
into
not
the
too much honey. More of amla and less of honey.
yeah. Another thing is breakfast. Somebody asked for breakfast, no? Instead of some rice thing, I'll suggest this millets, no? Millets you put in the water and soak it and make dosa batter and make it in dosa or idli in millets.
Very good. Excellent. And
is
yeah,
very
the other thing is oats. Now people are going towards oats and milk. And in that oats and milk, you can put a lot of these nuts, which have
Yeah.
got all the antioxidants that we were talking about.
That is very nice breakfast also. Without rice, no rice at all in that. That make pudina chutney or coriander chutney or something like that. It is very nice. And you put bran oil or ghee for the dosa.
Oh, what is that millet in Tamil?
Millet means you
Kambu.
will get
Kambu,
nowadays
okay.
supermarket, all supermarket are getting millets. I have that, so all these things with me. I will show you once. If you wait for me, I will come and take and come. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Millet means Sirudhaniyangal. Sirudhaniyam.
Yeah, millet. What is the Sirudhaniyam? That's kambu.
There are many
Kambu,
types of millets.
ragi,
You can just look them up.
Kambu, ragi, and
Kambu is the main word. Yeah.
chol. Everything is comes in.
So millet is the Sirudhaniyam, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can,
Ragi, ragi, this all will come.
let's finish the questions that are there, please. Some of these queries can be satisfied later. I think there is one person asking old principle about eating breakfast like a king and prince, and common man lunch and beggar dinner. Is that a good principle to follow? Yeah.
Eating like a king, prince, and beggar for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't have any comment on
Yes.
that because it
These
again
are the
depends upon
millets.
your.
These are the millets.
Oh, how nice! Ms. Manju has brought. Can you read it out? That's in English, but somebody wants to know about the Tamil word. Is it written in Tamil? It's got
Manna.
Urdu in it. It's from the Middle East,
Ethnic millet, proso millet. You can read it, no?
but it's
I
in
can read. I can read it.
not the
How to
Tamil
ask?
word.
How to ask in Tamil and
You ask for millet, they will give you. How many packets? Full 5 packets.
Okay.
I'll show you 5 type.
Yeah. Sushil is asking intermittent fasting not recommended for diabetes and BP patients. So that I think you already answered that it's not recommended, right?
Yeah.
Intermittent fasting, yeah. And I think Mrs. Jacob has appreciated you, ma'am, for your that you are so sweet and no wrinkles at your age. So Mrs. Jacob is appreciating your beautiful face. So what is the secret, please? She's asking. Okay, that's our secretary, Mrs.
Title
Jacob.
of book. Shall I just write there?
Yeah.
I'll write the author's name.
Sure.
Gawande, Atul Gawande. He's of Indian origin. And it's, I think, on being mortal.
Yeah. It's already mentioned by someone, being mortal by Atul. It's already mentioned on the chat
Okay.
by someone. Yeah, more. Mary is asking if we can take tea with sugar but cancel out sweets. Is that a negotiation? If we can take tea with sugar but cancel the other sweets, if we can balance sugar intake that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's individual. It's individual. You have to eat it in as little quantity as possible. So
Right. So I think
I personally feel that the sugar in the daily thing should be gone. For example, even soft drinks. I don't think soft drinks are good at all. The aerated drinks, they've all got sugar in them. and fruit, fresh fruit juice. Even that's not good because so much of fruits has been condensed into juice. It's better to eat the whole fruit because that's got fiber in it and it's got antioxidants in it, rather than you take full glass of fresh juice. It's got a lot of sugar in it. So we have to look at that hidden thing with the sugar, and we have to not take it. So I would prefer that we all drink the new expensive now herbal teas. Some of them are a bit of a fraud, but if you can use, light flavored tea, coffee is quite okay without sugar. At least that's what I'm saying. But many people, that's the point. If you've been used to it for 70 years, it's very difficult. So you have to negotiate with yourself. If you were taking a lot of sweets before, okay, I continue to take the sugar, but I'm not going to touch another sweet. Well, you're doing good. You're doing good.
Yeah. The last question on the chat. Heart, liver to keep young and working. What are the tips to do that?
What's that? Hard?
How to keep your heart and liver young and working? Any tips on that?
Yes. I mean, all that we've been saying is for your heart, your liver, your brain, your kidneys.
Everything. Yeah, listen to the whole talk again.
Yeah. So It's not just one organ. And liver, stop the alcohol. Stop the alcohol. Liver directly impinges on the alcohol. I know I had a patient who said, I don't drink much, So what is much? Just 3 pegs a day. 3 pegs is not alcohol. And it's a huge number of grams of alcohol if it's whiskey. And it's definitely not allowed. Definitely not allowed.
Doctor, how about for a person with diabetes and a little bit of cholesterol and everything, maybe 2 times a week wine?
You see, it's as I
red
said,
wine.
people
Red wine.
think that alcohol in small amounts has good things for you. Does, especially the HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol is raised. But sadly, that's not what the science says now. You can take it, but it's a downside. It's a negative for you. Alcohol causes osteoporosis, causes everything that's not good. But,
But not alcohol, doctor. What I'm asking is some red wine.
Red wine is 12% alcohol, sir. It's 12%. It's alcohol.
No, I'm trying to justify taking a little bit of wine because Apostle Paul says take a little wine. So that's why I'm asking.
Who says?
Apostle Paul. Apostle Paul.
I don't think Apostle Paul knew about aging. Those days, people used to die at the age of 35. And now here we are living till 75. And for 75, sorry, body won't take what you can take at 35. And as somebody rightly mentioned, you've got to start building up your body since then.
Sir, Sushil, that you can take pure grape juice, not mixed with the alcohol wine.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I think some questions are coming little on a personal chat, may not be visible on the everyone chat. What can be eaten for blood thinners, and what about Diet Coke?
Sorry, for blood thinners.
Yeah, what diet to take to thin the blood, and what about Diet Coke as a
Diet Coke? No, none of these things. They're just frauds. Diet Coke and all is just a fraud.
Right.
I mean, it's got phosphorus and acidic, and it melts away your teeth, and all this decaf coffee, which the Western foreigners, US people have. There's no nutritive value in them at all. And I think I want to say one more thing about alcohol, since there's so much of interest in it, and it's natural, but alcohol is something which has empty calories. When we say empty calories, as I said, it has got calories, but everything that we eat and has calories gets put back into our body as either muscle or bone, or goes into our liver to be converted to something else. Alcohol is just burned and gives no nutrition at all. So it's empty calories. So if you can go off alcohol, that's the best. But remember, we can't always do the best. But you try for it. You strive for it.
Correct. I think, did you answer that about what food to take for blood thinner? Is that?
Oh,
Somebody's asked.
I'm not aware of any food that can thin your blood, but there are certain foods that you should not take when you're using blood thinners. For example, if you're taking warfarin, then you should not eat cabbage and all those kind of things because they contain a lot of vitamin K. But if you're asking for a particular food which thins your blood, I'm not aware of it.
Yeah, okay. I think the questions keep coming, Dr. Alka will be sitting until 12. And, so we want to leave you early, but there's a last question. I think that should be the last.
Somebody has asked about an accident in the leg, only slow walking possible, fast, brisk walking, running cannot do. No, you must not. If you've had an accident and your bones are not well fused, and if you're having pain in the joints, you must not exercise that joint. So you must have your physiotherapist to tell you how to contract those muscles around that area without weight bearing. So this is the work of a physiotherapist. Please don't walk. You will just make it worse.
Would swimming be recommended for such a person, doctor?
Yes, definitely, because that's not weight bearing. Swimming is definitely quite good. Yes, if you have access to a swimming pool.
Right.
I'm talking to you from Washington, D.C. actually.
Oh. What time is it for you there?
It is 12:15 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. That's why you're so looking forward to the evening and wanting your wine, is it? We are done out here in India, and even if you wanted wine, we cannot take it now.
My wife studied in Vellore, CMC. She passed out in 1980. She's a registered nurse. And, we came here in 1991 to the US.
Give her my good wishes, please. Yeah,
sure. I will. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So, I think if we are all done, now we should really let go Dr. Alka Galish to rest because
okay. I had a question. The presentation was, too good. Too good is an understatement.
Oh, thank
and how can we? Is this available on YouTube just by putting Dr.
It is available on NMBF Coffee Chats.
And YouTube also?
Yes. NMBF Coffee Chats is a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I'll be just posting our DM contact, and you could just type NMBF Coffee Chats on YouTube and you will get this, both the Q&A and the previous talk also.
And so are there many talks? Are there many recordings like this?
No, there was one previously done. We have covered different subjects, but Dr. Alka Ganesh has done one previously with us, how to take care of the elderly. So we are looking forward that she can, do more as in how time permits.
Yeah, because if doctor puts some more recordings, it seems that these viewership records generates money also. So I'm just wondering.
I think Dr. Alka is not looking for that.
Not so much with that motive, but for the. Not so much with that motive, but to help the ignorant person to gain knowledge and take care of himself.
I think what we need to do is have more forums where we can put our views and chat like this. That part of it. So perhaps next time, or for your future participants, speakers, we can mute them after some time and allow the people to talk more. I think that is nicer. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think it took a long time. Yeah.
No, nothing long. It was excellent. Yeah.
So
there is a daily coffee chat. Is that?
No, it's there. Reverend Christodas, you haven't recognized me, I think.
That's a family.
Yeah, I know you very, very well.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm also Odin from the CNI, Reverend Abhijit today.
Abhijit today. Oh.
Yeah.
Now your whole structure has changed.
Yeah.
Your color has changed.
Yeah, correct.
Abhijit, you have done for some other groups also? You have done this work for
No,
some
no,
other?
this is our own NMBF Coffee Chats is our church-based channel, and we try to do such talks for the society, for the nation, for the community on different subjects. For we have this broader understanding of spirituality, not just our.
Did you also host Dr. Jamila Koshi?
Yes, yes, we
That's
did.
where I saw you. Your face looks
Oh.
very familiar. That's why.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could be in touch with us. Our number I just posted on the
Yeah,
general
yeah, I
chat.
saw that.
And
Yes,
you could
yes.
WhatsApp me and we'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because,
so
yeah, in
Yeah.
America, nobody expects anything for free. So
no, we
This would be very useful for so many Indians I know here in America. This would be very useful. Yeah.
right, yeah. It
Thank
will-
you. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. We as a small church-based channel